Welcome back. This is another episode of Two Alphas Talking. We're going to talk today about entering a firearms range.
So there's been some requests for us to talk about how to enter and exit a firearm range, we're talking about indoor ranges. So, most indoor ranges are cold. So don't be walking in there with loaded guns in your bag that you're going to actually use on the range. If you're carrying concealed and if you're in there shopping for something like ammunition or things of that nature, most of the ranges really don't have a problem with that. But if you're coming in and off the range to actually shoot, it's a whole different ball game.
Mm-hmm. One of the things you need to do is when you go in, you have to acclimate yourself to the range. Read their list of do's and don'ts, the rules and regulations that govern how they want you to handle yourself. We all may disagree and say, some ranges have 1 shot per second or something like that, no mag dumps and things like that. That's cool. If that's where you decide to go and that's all you have, you still want to get some practice in, so you need to go in and utilize the range the way they want you to use it. If you don't like it, find another range. But if you go into any particular range and you read the rules, you'll understand those things. Sometimes it's even better to go into the range, find out what's going on, speak to someone behind the counter, and then go get your firearms, bring them back in, and maybe they some places they have to check it, they have to check your ammo, make sure you're using the specific ammo for that bullet stop, that trap that doesn't support all ammunition. So you got to know you can't shoot 50 cal in these ranges. All right, so some places they allow it and some places don't, but you need to find those things out prior to going in.
So when entering the range, make sure you got eyes and ears. Make sure you got approved targets. Don't come in there with no foolishness on your targets. Also, when you go into the range, if you're gonna take your guns out, put them on the deck in the shooting bay, load them in the shooting bay, and continue to shoot. Don't be loading behind people. Women also don't go in there with sandals on. Guys too, don't go in with sandals on. Women don't go in with low-cut tops because the brass get down in there and you do the brass dance and you end up getting somebody hurt.
Mm-hmm. So another thing is, just to go back a little bit, a cold range means that all guns entering the range have to be unloaded. Okay, and you hear sometimes maybe a group line and say, okay, you guys can go hot now. Hot means you can load the firearm and shoot whenever you're ready.
And clearing the firearm is not pulling the trigger and seeing if it's clear. It's actually physically looking in the firearm, right, seeing if it's clear.
And lock the slide back to the rear, look inside the grip area, look down and look at the chamber, make sure both are empty. There's no shininess inside, no brass, no bullets stuck in there. If there is one and you don't know how to get it out, raise your hand, call for an assistant. Most ranges have a range officer standing by to assist you in that situation. Don't take it upon yourself that, oh, I can do this, and you don't have the ability to do it. Let it go, because you can get someone hurt.
Don't be looking down the barrel if you're going to misfire. Also, too, don't be sitting up there trying to take selfies and stuff with your firearm. Mm-hmm. That's not the place for that.
So you can't twerk when you're on a...
Twerk? No twerking. No twerking. I mean, that's silly.
Okay. Yeah. I think so, too.
Yeah. Twerk.
I've seen it.
I've seen the same video. Mm-hmm. It's silly. Get out on the range, because people's lives can be impacted. You're out there doing foolishness, and you can get somebody killed, hurt, and and you just don't want to be doing that. Right. And also, too, the liability, you're going to be paying for that too.
Mm-hmm. And right. You don't want to shoot your ceiling tiles. You don't want to try out your new system or your new kata with your gun. You're there to practice. Some ranges we're speaking about are targets. One of the reasons why I always suggest people go in and speak to someone that works there first, you may not be able to bring targets from outside. You may have to buy the targets that range offers, right, because their system won't accept outside targets.
Or some of their product stuff may not be politically approved.
That too.
And so some people may get mad with some of the stuff you bring in. So you save that for your boogaloo ranges. You know what I'm saying? So, and remember, anybody yell ceasefire, throw your weapons down, and ceasefire, and you yell ceasefire too, and see what's going on. Figure it out later. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when ceasefire happens, ceasefire. Don't continue to shoot like you didn't hear it. You know?
And that's important.
Yeah.
It's important to follow the rules as they come about. You don't know why it was called, but deck that firearm, put
And
it
we'll
down.
figure it out
and
later.
Figure it out, right?
Yeah, and remember, indoor range is a static shooting, so don't be trying to dance around in the booth, you know, trying to shoot and stepping here and stepping there and jumping up and
It's
down.
almost like a phone booth. So
Right.
there's not much room that you have. You know, you have enough room to get rounds on. You can practice accuracy.
Right.
If you want to move targets, get a target that has multiple positions of pointing and aiming. So now you can aim high and low, left
Right.
or right. But don't try
No.
to improvise in such a confined.
If you want to do that, go
position.
to an outdoor range,
Exactly.
pay your money, and do that. Leaving the range, once you're done shooting, make sure all your firearms are clear. Physically clear them, look at them, make sure there's rounds in them, because you don't want to be going back out to the car and picking it up, snatching the trigger and shooting somebody.
Right.
And you shouldn't be snatching the trigger anyway. So, you know, be safe and just think about others. It's not just about you, you know? So,
It's a lot of fun, but you also have to be safe.
right.
This is now, if you're starting to practice on a regular, it becomes your lifestyle. It becomes a part of it. One of the things that we're going to start speaking about is the firearm lifestyle, the carry lifestyle. It's not a fad. This is something that you endeavor upon that is going to impact your life, your family's life, and everyone. Everyone should understand that around you, and you have to be the one to explain that.
Right. So check out our YouTube page, The Two Alphas Talk. It's out there. Subscribe, and we'll see you on the range.
See you on the range.
All right.
All right.